What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man, we are back on Black Ops 6, and today, man, I want to point out three things in the game and talk about how they are definitely a double-edged sword, or basically how they're two sides of the same coin, man. So, let me take out a few minutes of your time to talk about these things. So, the first thing I want to talk about here is probably the biggest elephant in the room, and that is obviously skill-based matchmaking, right? So, with this video, I'm going to come up with a topic like this, like SBMM, and I'm going to talk about at least one positive and at least one negative thing about this. So down I already hear it now, man. What is positive about skill-based matchmaking, right? How can something like this be positive? Well, skill-based matchmaking, in my opinion, the positive about it is eventually it should help you get better as a player, right? If you are someone who plays consistently and you're constantly playing against players of your skill, essentially you will become better. And what I mean by this, you might not notice it in Call of Duty specifically, or maybe you will. You know, maybe this Call of Duty compared to last Call of Duty, you have a higher KD. But you'll just notice, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, don't kill the messenger or anything. It does kind of force you to get better in order to move up through the thresholds, right? Now, do I believe this positive outweighs the massive negative of SBMM? No, I do not. But a positive of it is it does attempt to make you better. And also, it does protect certain players when it comes to their gaming experience. So, like I said in my last video about my thoughts on SBMM, if someone's getting on the game and their KD for their account is less than a 0.5, that's not just your normal, I'm getting off work, let me hop on Call of Duty player. That's not who that is. Okay, that's probably somebody, again, who may have disabilities or, has issues playing the game, maybe older, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. So it does protect those players and allows them to have a good gaming experience so they don't have to go against, the butt-sliding sweat lords that'll just destroy them every second that they get. Now, the massive negative for this is how it just negatively affects the overall game. And what I mean by this is, like, if you're a solo player, SBMM almost kind of kills the solo experience. Going in and only always playing against your skill level, I get it. It's frustrating. It's frustrating always playing against people that, constant UAVs, constant helos, butt sliding everywhere. It's very annoying. Not only that, it sometimes make it hard for certain groups of friends to play together. Like if I have a friend that's really bad at the game, it's hard for that person to come play with me because I raise up their SBMM so much that now the game is hard for them. And vice versa, I have friends, my homeboys 50, JT and them boys, their SBMM, I can tell their threshold's higher than mine. Because when I go into their lobbies, it's even harder for me to maintain my normal KD. I'm able to do it, but again, it's way harder. So it just overall affects your ability to play the game, not only solo, but sometimes even with groups of friends. Now, a way to kind of mitigate and alleviate SBMM is to play in a group if you have one. Hopefully you play in a big enough group. I would say at least 2 to 3 people if you can. This way your SBMM isn't as strict. Or if you are playing solo, going to 10v10. That is the best playlist for you, as that, it forces the matchmaking to be spread out since you have so many players, right? So that's the thoughts, the positive and negative of SBMM. So the next thing I want to talk about is a prestige system, right? We're all happy that prestige is back. Even I'm kind of happy that it's back. Noticing that it had been gone for so long, it's just weird. It feels more like the Call of Duty I grew up playing, seeing the old prestige system back. So that feels good, man. And at the end of the day, the prestige system allows players to get on and have something to do. Get on and have something to play for, at least until you're fully prestiged. Same thing with the weapon grind. You know what I mean? It gives you something to do. It allows you to, even challenge yourself at times, because every time you prestige, you reset your account. You can't use certain things, making it harder for you. So again, it's like kind of challenging yourself into the game again. But with that being said, there is a huge negative with the prestige system, and that is it does halt your progression if you are doing something like a weapon grind. Like I was playing with the AEK, and I prestiged for the first time when I did, and I was forced to stop using the AEK for a period of time until I reached it. Now, yes, I do get it that, hey, you get the unlock token after you prestige, but see, I used mine on the stem shot because I'd rather have that. I wanted my ability to heal, so I was like, okay, I might have to go ahead and sacrifice the AEK. But now that the AEK is done, I'm about to prestige again. I'm trying to level up the PP919, and I'm about to run into the same situation again, because this time do I use my weapon unlock for the AEK, which is the gun I use more often, or do I use it for the 919 so that I continue to grind it? So it does kind of halt your weapon grind, which is very, very annoying. So that is just one little negative to prestige, but overall prestige is great to have, man. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and this one might not be necessarily a positive and a negative, just an overall thought, and that's going to be Warzone's effect on multiplayer when it comes to Call of Duty, man. So me, when I ask somebody my Call of Duty player and I hear I play Call of Duty, I'm thinking multiplayer. But in 2024, when someone says they play Call of Duty, they're talking about Warzone. Honestly, I don't think Warzone has been an overall positive to multiplayer. I think that it makes multiplayer get put onto the back burner a lot. So that kind of sucks right there. Now, is Warzone a good game? So far with the new version of Warzone, it's kind of weird. The new Area 99, you pretty much can't land. Like if you die, you're pretty much not going to be able to land back on the map after you're done. So you might as well go ahead and hang that up and just go ahead and quit out the match. Like it's stupid as hell. It's frustrating. It's the dumbest shit. With that, the fact that they brought in Warzone and then the new map is just horrible, and they had all them issues. I don't know. Warzone has been okay. It still feels a little janky, like walking up to a box and pushing X. I feel like in Modern Warfare 3 version of Warzone, when I walked into a box, I could hold the X button before you even got to it and the box open. And this shit is like, even when I'm looking at it, I gotta push it 2-3 times. So that's dumb. I don't know. Maybe it still needs a little bit of fixing. But ultimately, its effect on multiplayer has been negative. I think that Activision now focuses more on Warzone, especially when it comes to updates and everything of that nature. I think that's why multiplayer maps are always just cutouts of the Warzone maps. It's just stupid, man. Like, I really feel like Warzone really did hit multiplayer hard, and that's crazy because multiplayer was the actual version of the game you were paying for until recently when it came on Game Pass, man. But down in these comments, man, let me know, how do y'all think Warzone has affected multiplayer? Do y'all think Warzone is better than multiplayer, or is multiplayer better than better than Warzone? Also, how do y'all feel about the prestige, man? I know it gives you something to do, but it does hinder your ability to grind when you're going for certain things. And even though we all hate SBMM and it is sweaty as fuck, it does attempt to make you better and protect new players, but it does overall negatively affect your ability to play the game. So let me know down in the comments if you agree with me, or if you think I'm crazy as hell, or let's just get a conversation started and let me know what y'all think in regards to this topic of the video down in them comments, baby. But this has been another one of them commentary videos, and I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoy ETV. Now, I'm gonna leave y'all off with the rest of this gameplay, baby. I'm out. Peace.
Damn.
One fugitive remains.
Terminate with extreme pressure. Losing A.
Bro, there's one nigga on the point. We cannot let this nigga get.
We're contesting A. Stand down,
The
Crimson.
fuck was it? Oh shit.
I know how to do a lot of things.
Let's go,
Losing
please.
isn't one of them.
Come on.
Feeding the fishes.
How the enemy? I don't know how to play the game. But